Hi everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome to day 6 of my trip down memory lane. I hope you are enjoying this series as much as I am. Today's card was so involved. It was many different sets, stamp sets. It was several different die sets, but it turned out to be one of my most favorite cards ever in my life. I absolutely loved it. As a reminder, I'm basically just re-uploading these to share with you the ones that I love that I've done in the past. So these supplies probably aren't available through Stampin' Up. There won't be any links in below. There's not any card series or anything like that. These are just, or card classes, these are just re-uploads of former videos, past videos that I love. So in the description box down below will be a link to all of the holiday card classes, holiday card series that I've done over the past 5 years, along with a link to my Etsy shop where you will find some cards that I've made in the past. Don't forget to leave a comment on this video to be entered for a chance to win the prize for today. It is open internationally, so make sure you get your comments. Okay, let's go watch me make this card. Hey there guys, Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome back to another week of videos. I apologize for dropping off the planet last week, but my iMac ate both of my memory cards. So I had to order some more, and even with Prime, it took 2 days, so I didn't get them until late Saturday night or Friday night. So anyway, I thought we'll just start the week fresh. If you missed it, I posted a live stream that I did on Friday. I am going to try to go live again this Thursday on my Facebook page. So you can find that link down below. But today, we're making the card that very first came to my mind when I saw these two stamp sets in the holiday catalog. So like I've had this idea since like August. So we're finally making it today. So I'm using the Ready for Christmas bundle, and I'm using the Christmas in the Making stamp set. I'm using this girl, and I'm going to be doing like a whole scene. So this card will probably be labor intensive. This video may be a little bit longer than I would normally like, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we're going to start with our card base. Now don't forget, I will have all the measurements over on the blog, but I want to walk you through how to cut your cardstock. So you're going to put your cardstock in up and down like you would. I would normally cut this at 1/2 and 4 1/4 to make a card base. Today I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. So you're going to have this much left over, and then I have this that measures 5 1/2 by 11. Now I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to cut off 1/4 inch because we need this to be 10 3/4 by 5 1/2. So I've cut 1/4 inch. Now I'm going to score this at 3 1/4 on each side. So I'm just going to put it at 3 1/4, score it, flip it over. I know you guys can't see this very well, and score it again. So we are done with our card base, but I'm going to bring in another sheet. And this is just a scrap piece. This time I'm just going to line it up at 3. And this, again, is just to help me out. Like, where should it go? So I'm going to stamp 2 of these. I'm going to stamp these in green instead of worrying about trying to stamp them in like black and color them. Plus these are solid, so that wouldn't work anyway. I'm going to stamp my lady, my little made using Memento Tuxedo Black. This ink is alcohol friendly. You're not going to be able to use basic black or anything like that and get a good crisp image that won't smear. Just like that. And there is this little ornament stamp. And there is a little bow stamp. And that's all I'm going to stamp for now. I may change my mind and add more stuff, but I think that's good for now. I told you guys this card was going to be a little labor intensive. Alright guys, I am going to color my girl, I'm going to color my ornaments and my bow. Okay guys, as I was going through footage, I realized that I lost like a 10-minute clip. So I'm going to talk you through it. So what I did for this card was I used the tree and the staircase to do some partial die cutting. I also cut out the staircase, as you can see here, out of Early Espresso. So I'm going to show you in just a second. You can kind of see the tree there on the back panel. But what I did was I took the die cut and I did partial die cutting just on the very front of that staircase. And you'll see it here in just a second. Like I said, it'll freeze it. Right there, you can see where my finger is, my index finger is, that I had the die cut hanging out,
you know, no pressure. And then I just cut out that front. And you wouldn't even have to do this. The only reason why I did this is because I wanted that spindle edge on this card. And then I'm going to line this up and I'm going to cut off part of the staircase that is above the cards, or the part of the cardstock that is above where the staircase is. You could totally leave this on if you wanted to, but I decided not to. And then you can see the tree. I did basically the same way, except I die cut probably about half of the tree and then left the rest. And then now I'm just going to cut around both images and then adhere the die cut. So I stamped and die cut the tree. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Back to the show.
So I know a lot of you are going, Missy, that's way overcomplicated. That's way too much work. I think sometimes we get in this mindset that everything has to be quick and simple. But you know what? I love sometimes just taking my time and really designing a card or working on a card. I was so excited to get the markers again because I really enjoy coloring. So is this one that you're going to mass produce? Absolutely not. But if you have a friend or a loved one, you know, and you want to send them a really nice, really thoughtful, I mean, this card is one that you would put Hallmark to shame. So yeah, it's extra steps and maybe you don't have time, but maybe you do. And maybe you want to create something that's a little different, or, you know, just spend some time crafting, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to line that up and make sure that it's lined up right there. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to cut off just the little edge. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to cut up to right here. And then I'm just going to cut up to right there. So we can choose to have either side out. You can do your staircase or you can do your tree. But I'm going to go ahead and adhere my tree down. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut off this end. I should probably cut it off with my trimmer so I don't screw it up. All right, I'm going to bring in a piece of early espresso for right here to the bottom, right here. This is just going to give us a straighter edge and give us a place to add our image without it looking like she's just floating in the air. So no floating in the air for you, ma'am. Ma'am. So I'm just going to trim this off. I'm going to trim this off. So I've cut down a few strips of the Be Merry Designer Series paper so I can have some presents under my tree. And I'm gonna do, I think I'll do like that. So I have a scrap piece of cherry cobbler and a scrap piece of garden green. And I'm gonna use the cookie builder punch to punch out a couple of bows. Oh my word. How about we do 2 like that, and then we'll cut off the edge. I got glue on my surface and everything is sticking. I don't want it to. I'm not going to put glue on the whole side because a lot of it's going to hang off. Santa baby, just stick a sable under the tree for me. Been an angel, yes, Santa baby, hurry down the chimney tonight. Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Just putting it on the very end, like the very bottom edge, because that will be the only part that is sticking to. I'm trying to decide where I want her. I think I'm going to put a table right there. Let me just add more work to me. Right. Let's get this adhered to our card. And I think I want it about right there. So I'm just going to use the tiniest amount of glue on the back. And then I'm going to use a couple of glue dots to adhere the Dear Santa, the cookies for Santa. So there's a question for today. Do you decorate Christmas Eve or do you decorate ahead of time? I never understood people who decorated on Christmas Eve because I was like, when do you have time to enjoy it? It's like you decorate it and then got some ornaments here. And maybe I'll use those on the tree. Again, I'm going to use a glue dot, I think, for these. Yeah, they'll fit just fine. So I'm just going to literally just add these on wherever. So let me speed through this. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see something. So let me get through this and then we will be back to finish up this card finally. I have a few more finishing touches, but before I do, I want to go ahead and color some of these rhinestones, and you can use these alcohol markers for that. So I'm going to do some medium ones, and I'm going to do some small ones. And then I'm going to let them dry. I mean small. Well, you can't even see that. Actually, and I'll do some small reds, and we will let these dry. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to add a tree on the back, just so it looks finished. Just like that. And then I'm going to add in a piece of paper to the inside card layer right here. So I'm going to finish off the inside and finish off the back. And then this card will officially be done. Finally. So I have a piece of Whisper White that measures 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. At least, pretty sure that's what it measures. Yes. And I mounted it on a piece of garden green that measures 3 5/8 by 5 1/2. This is going to go on the inside of the card base. So this is just going to line up exactly, or it should line up exactly, I should say. So just like that, and then I'm going to flip it over because I really made a mess on the back, and I'm going to add this piece to kind of bring in more of the houndstooth, and I could also do this piece to bring in more of the red. But actually I don't know that I need it to be, nope, it's fine. So even if you make a mistake, and trust me, on this card I've made 792 million bazillion quadrillion, you can fix it. You can fix it. It can be fixed. I promise. So what you could do is you could fit a 3 by 5 card on the back. Oh man, have I been super zoomed in this whole entire time? And then on the inside, you can write a message. So yeah. So that's it for today's card. I hope you enjoyed. So, and again, you can cover her up, or you can cover her up just like that. And when it sits up, it's hard to see, but when it sits up, once you write a message on the inside, then you can see the whole entire scene. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Leave me a comment down below what you think of this card. Did you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know if you're excited about the markers. Again, they go on sale for customers on November 1st. If you have any questions about them, let me know. I will try to have some more information for you in a coordinating blog post. If you're not in my Facebook group, go join that. And if you're not following me on Facebook, go follow me, because this Thursday I will be doing another live stream. I'm not sure what time yet, but you'll need to be following the Facebook page to see it. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.